This strike has no meaning. This strike is nothing. This strike has the most meaning. This strike is everything. Let me introduce you to the most odd part of Destiny 2's Shadowkeep, the Festering Core. A strike that has all the elements of a normal one, but no introduction like the others. One that will have a large impact on the future, but one that has no place in the seasons prior. So why is this important? What does it all mean? Will this be the most important strike we have ever had, or will this all be for nothing? Grab some tinfoil, make a hat, and let's dive deep into the core of this. Some footage in this video is from players around the community. Their links will be in the description of this video, as well as the music too. If this channel keeps popping up in your recommended feed, feel free to drop a like and a sub to the channel. Thank you, and enjoy. Nothing like the build-up, huh? So why is there a build-up? You see, this starts all the way back in the Taken King. We gave Oryx the sauce, and as a result, something still commands the Taken. That something is named Quria? Quria?
Quria.
Quria.
That something is named Quria, who was taken by Oryx a while ago when the Vex tried to give the sauce to Oryx, and Quria was rumored to be gifted to Savathun to use. Savathun supposedly commands the Taken now that Oryx is dead, and Quria is possibly a tool for Savathun to use. I think I got that right. I'm not a lore expert like my name is Bife, but hey, I'm trying. So, the first signs that we saw of Savathun were really in the strike Savathun's song, and throughout the campaign to establish her creeping into Destiny 2. But where this story gets really interesting is when we look at Io's story with Savathun, and I'll let someone who gets it more than me explain.
One of her Taken, Urarok, the tongue of Quria, attempted to infiltrate the Vex collective network through the Pyramidion. We stopped them closely. But the presence of the minions of Quria is troubling still. If the Vex Mind is attempting to return to the network as a herald of the Dark God Queen, then it is possible that we have already foiled Savathun's plan to abduct the entire Vex into her army, to make all of them Taken. Had this succeeded, a great blow would have been dealt. Attrition would have been our greatest loss.
So, that was a pretty cool story detail, but I didn't realize how far Savathun went in the world, so let's talk about how Savathun and Quria could be responsible for the Dreaming City and the Curse. After we killed Riven inside Last Wish, Quoria's mastery of simulations traps the Dreaming City in a never-ending 3-week cycle tied to the death of Dueling Karu, the Shattered Throne's boss, and the Eternal Return. So, the final boss in the cycle of the Taken Curse was able to affect the whole Dreaming City with the fidelity of Vex simulation as a result of Riven feeding upon the Guardian's collective wish to save the city. What in the f***? That made no sense, and this whole time, you're telling me this relinquished looking, Exodia looking Yu-Gi-Oh card guy is making us trapped in the Dreaming City. Yeah, that's pretty insane. But what makes it crazier to me is not only are we trapped, but we got played again with the 999 power and the Shattered Throne shenanigans.
Voy a la playa, ya subió la marea.
That one was tough, man. But I want to hone in on the main topic of today. The Festering Core, and why it's in the game. Is there no purpose, or is this the most important strike we have ever had? Here we go. The strike the Festering Core released with Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, and to mostly everyone who played Shadowkeep, they thought one of three things. Either this strike must have been a PS4 exclusive, or they were surprised when they entered the strike because outside of one small cutscene in the Shadowkeep trailer, there was zero marketing and zero knowledge that this strike was in the game. I do miss strikes like this because they aren't tied to the campaign, they're just separate entities in the game, and Bungie has typically had a reputation recently of just throwing all the strikes in as campaign missions, so this was a nice change. The final group, which is one that I was a part of, was not surprised this was an activity, but was surprised this was just a strike, and not a secret mission or some kind of future area. The reason for this final group existing is because of this area being found way before Shadowkeep came out with some fine-tuned engineering from players.
Here's a Guardian that's textured in, and they're trying to see how this is going to be looking like. So it's going to be a lot of those Guardians standing around here and some of the enemies standing around.
People are insane at finding all the ins and outs of this game, but let's hone in on this strike. The strike has never been a part of the Ordeal Nightfall. The strike has no exclusive loot to chase, and this strike has nothing to do with Shadowkeep's story. This strike has literally zero importance to the foundation of Shadowkeep itself, so why choose to release it with Shadowkeep? It had to be planned. Why not wait for the future on it? What do you guys think the reason is? The strike is also a very interesting one and tells us the story of a Vex war against the Taken and how there's Taken Cyclops as a sort of brand new mechanics, we got new environments, new atmospheric challenges, and lots of interesting spots to move around. It almost looks perfect for a secret mission to take place in this area, much like Whisper of the Worm style mission or Outbreak style mission. The strike itself tells you that there's a high amount of Vex activity on Io where we previously shut down the network like Bife had said. But now we are seeing an all-out invasion and war between the Vex and Taken on the inside. Problem now though is that the Taken clearly have some motive to try to take over this space and try to take over the Vex in this area. It all starts to make sense when we listen in on the dialogue of the strike.
There's a giant Vex sphere in this chamber, like the ones on Nessus, but colossal. And there's a door leading inside. That could very well be the Taken's objective.
Their first major offensive since the Dreaming City. Get inside that sphere. We need to know what they're after.
Zavala mentions that this is the Taken's first major move since the Dreaming City, and then later on our ghost tells us this.
Zavala, this whole sphere is a dedicated processing structure. A giant Vex computational array.
What could the Taken want with a Vex computer?
Our ghost has confirmed that whatever the sphere is, it's capable of processing some kind of crazy amount of data. One final piece of evidence for what is potentially happening here is that with the community form puzzle of Oryx's potential return, for she has awakened the truth which answers the lies, and his will has delivered the liars to us and his final test. And he is still and now and forever our king. We will ask him to return to us, and when we have pleased him, he will answer. We know that Oryx can be back, but will he? We'll just have to wait and see. Until then, Eris says something very, very interesting.
The Taken want nothing.
Eris. Eavesdropping, I see.
Don't bother guessing at the Taken's intentions. Ask instead what is sought by the hand that directs them.
So who is the hand she speaks of, and what does the hand look to gain? The answer to this lies in the point of the video. Speculation, and all of us are making it feed stronger.
Last time the Taken made a play of the Pyramidion, they sought to infect the Vex network. This attack seems more precise, targeted. But why?
Where her brother failed, Savathun seeks reprisal. For the moment, this is all we can hope to know. Speculation only strengthens the Witch Queen. Thwarting her designs is what matters now.
Or, you know, giving Savathun the sauce in the next DLC. I think this is one of the most important pieces inside of Destiny 2 right now that is also purposely not being put in the center of attention. I think with this upcoming season of Worthy, we can see more, but I would venture to guess that there will be more in the spotlight coming next season or even in the fall. Either way, this is without a doubt at the very least a great strike with some new features and 2 new enemy types in the Taken Cyclops and the boss, a Taken Incendior. In all, this is a strike that gets you thinking about the future of this game's world, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this different type of video, one that focused on the future instead of the past. And if you did enjoy this sort of deep dive, a like would be greatly appreciated, as well as a subscription. We're coming up on 50k, which is pretty crazy to say, and if you want to catch me live, feel free to come over to the Twitch channel, link is in the description. Now that the shameless plugs are out of the way, it's time for the bloopers. These don't have to do with the strike, but just wanted to toss them in to showcase others' funny moments. Enjoy!
I'm quitting soon, so I'm just trying to cash out. So just be aware. No, I'm not quitting. Jesus. Oh, what did you do?
Oh my fucking dude!
Thank you. Are there hackers in my tower or something? Like, what's going on? What the fuck? Oh, he is hacking. This is fine, dude. Well, people are even hacking the tower, dude. What is this? Sick.
Ogre, I'll get the ogre. I'll get the ogre.
No, you can't get that ogre. I know. I was trying to shoot the... You're not gonna do damage to him. I was trying to shoot the knight.
Dawn Blast on Lumpy! I have a Blast on Lumpy! I have a fucking glitch, it says immune.
Is Riskrunner banned?
I don't think it. I don't know why it would be, so.
Well, I'll show you why it should be banned.
Are you gonna nade yourself, or,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir. Alright, show me how it's done. Okay.
You know,
That didn't work.
you know, it should be banned, dude. That's kind of overpowered.
Yeah.